Good morning and welcome to Bergen on a slightly grey, cloudy morning. And you can walk into town, just come along, follow the signs for walking, and it's a very industrial port, but unlike Zeebrugge you can actually walk off, which is good, and what they should do in Zeebrugge as well. So you can just see the city up ahead. I think it's about a 10-minute walk into Bergen, and so far it is a lovely sunny day, but if you look over well, look over there behind me, whoops, you can see some very menacing clouds, so we'll see how that works out as the day progresses. Anyway, we've walked about 5 minutes from the port, and then we've taken a left and then a right, and that brings you into the old part of town. Now, interesting, as you walk off a cruise ship, there's lots of QR codes. If you scan the QR code like James has done, it brings up a map on your phone, so that is really useful, gives you a kind of itinerary of where you can walk. So we're walking into the older part of town, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so lots of things are still shut, but it's very pretty over there. It's the front of the theatre, 1909, well there you go, that's when the theatre was built. And we're just walking through the park to go to wherever we're going next. This is a nice little street parallel to the theatre. There's a nice restaurant, cocktail bar here. It's a bit early for that. Okay, we've walked into the park. You can see a lovely waterfall and big ominous clouds up there. It started out so promising this morning. But we're going to walk through the park and then into the old town, is that right?
The old fisherman's walk.
Right. Boy having a pee. House is perched in the top of the hills, nice views of the city, and this is a park on the other side, and now these big grey clouds have come over, it's getting quite chilly, so make sure you bring plenty of warm clothes and layers so that you can put clothes on or take them off depending on the weather, because it's gone from being pretty warm to really chilly now in a space of 15 minutes. We've walked back from the park, get the road into the main shopping area here. 360. And a bit further on from the shopping street we've turned left. We've come into a little harbour area. You can see, who's that? Which cruise ship's that? A Viking cruise in here as well.
If it's a small ship, it comes closer.
Yeah, true. But setting up for the market today. You can buy some salami. Fish and chips. Look at the menu. €16, that's not bad if you want to have fish and chips. And then we're going to the Stinky Fish Market. Sea urchin, anybody? So, I guess the fishermen have been out today and come back, and now they're selling the fish on the market stalls as well as everything else, of course. So here's some more fish. Coming outside of the market now. Pretty impressive building, isn't it? That's an impressive building.
Really?
So, last time we were here was 12 years ago, and it was pouring with rain. So at least it's not pouring with rain today, and it's a nice area you can come and sit, hopefully the sun will come back out once that big cloud's passed, and there's a big wheel over there. And this is more like the old town area, I guess, so it's a bit prettier here than what we've shown you so far. You can see up there the vernacular to get to the top of the hill. I'm not sure whether we'll do that or not. You can take some boat rides here, and of course if you book them yourself you are going to be paying an awful lot less money than if you book it through the cruise ship. Just make sure that any tour you book privately comes back at least an hour to an hour and a half before the ship leaves, to give you a bit of leeway. We've never ever had a problem with that, and as I've said many times, we save 50% compared to yeah, you can save 50% compared to booking it through the cruise ship. This definitely looks a bit more like Norway we're used to. It looks a bit like Stavanger here, right next to the port. Norway definitely likes its Christmas shops. This is Jewel House. Some nice little places around here. Get your trolls.
The merchants from behind that.
These are the old fishermen merchant houses.
Groovy.
14th century.
There's a whole load of these little old buildings which are now turned into shops or artist studios. You can see the different things here that aren't open at the moment. This one is open. There's a troll up there. A cafe. Closed.
Yeah, I think it's still early.
Yeah. So from the harbour area, if you go up here to that white building there, you can see that's the vernacular. We were going to go on it, but a tour group has just arrived, so we are going to meander our way back. Exploring some of these back streets, which are really pretty. To be quite honest, there's not much to do in Bergen, so you can do what we've done and just get off and wander around. It's not the prettiest of places, so you can understand why a lot of people do organise some kind of tour, either a coach tour or a boat tour that takes them to some other fjords. But we're kind of like, by the time you've done lots of organised tours, we're a bit toured out anyway, being herded around like sheep. So it's nice just to kind of wander around on your own and see what you can find. It's kind of one of these places that's hard to get lost, to get run over. Lots of electric cars in Norway, and they generate almost all of their power. Do they say 98% of their power comes from hydro? Another energy. I will double check that. That's what they said. So that's a great model of what the UK should be aiming for, because we have the same kinds of conditions in terms of wind and water. This is pretty. As Norway does. And the vernacular takes you up there somewhere. This is very pretty. Oh yeah, church is obviously being renovated. It's closed at the moment. And then there's lots of tour groups which we keep getting mangled in with.
King Oscar's Gate.
King Oscar's Gate is the name of the road that we're on at the moment, which is definitely pretty, somewhere worth exploring.
That's a road.
I don't know. Just arrived back on the ship, walked back. We are now having a nice cup of coffee. James, what did you think about Bergen?
Bergen was lovely. Small, walkable city, lots of history. I think being the last port to call, we didn't appreciate it as much as if it was our first port to call, because after seeing all the fjord scenery, all the pretty little villages, it just feels like a big city type thing. But lots of history, nice, walkable. Yeah, I liked it.
And probably worth booking a tour, as I said earlier, not necessarily through the ship, but through Viator or Get Your Guide. Book a tour that is either out on the sea or a bus tour that takes you somewhere else, because you can probably, otherwise you can go out to Bergen and it's a 10-minute walk there and back, and then you probably spend an hour walking and you've had enough, which is what we have.
Yeah. But definitely worth seeing Bergen, the fisherman by the wharf there.
Yeah.
That's definitely worth seeing.
Now we're going to drink our coffees, go back to the room and go to the spa for a bit. Good evening from Blue. It's our second to last night. We've had a few cocktails that we can't already tell. We're sitting in a different table on the other end of the restaurant, but our same waiter has come over to serve us, and the sommelier knew exactly the wine that we wanted. That's such good, exceptional service. And this is the menu. This is a chic night tonight, so the menu is a little bit elevated, so you can have the filet mignon, and also there's lobster tail and other things you can have as well. So back to you when we're ready to order. Jalapeno. Okay, the first starter James ordered 2 because he's a picky.
Rude.
What have you got?
Spicy plantain soup.
Have a taste. See what it's like.
It's like a potato soup.
Yeah, and I've got tomato and fennel super spice starters. So lots of lovely bread again, and our nice Sauvignon, New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, the sommelier always knows that's what we want, and so as soon as we sit down, he's there with a bottle of wine, which is amazing. Anyway, we're going to eat our starters and let you know what it's like. James's second starter has arrived because he's a piggy and he likes having 2 starters.
Stop it.
What is it, James?
That's a salad, a tofu salad.
It's the Caesar salad, I think, isn't it, with tofu in it. I wasn't quite sure about the tofu in the salad, but I'm sure it's nice. And while James eats that, my tomato bisque is lovely. It's supposed to have fennel in it, but you can't really taste any fennel. How's that? Salady. So I've got the filet mignon and the lobster tail with some rice, and James has got the filet mignon with some mashed potatoes by the looks of it.
That's random.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully it tastes nice, as nice as it looks, and might need a stomach pump after we've eaten now. Have a chase, James. James loves doing food testing on camera. Nice and medium rare. Nice. So we're having our final course now, which is the baked Alaska, which is the speciality, not the speciality, it's the Chic night special. I was just saying to James that my main course of the surf and turf, the lobster and the filet mignon, was probably the best meal I've had, probably better than Eden. And bear in mind we're paying £60 each to eat in Eden. We're not paying that to eat here. And the service has just been absolutely exceptional. Suki, our waiter's been fantastic. And obviously if you find someone that you found that's giving you really good service, then do consider giving them a tip, which is what we've done tonight to say thank you. Now we're going to enjoy our baked Alaska, and then, what's that like, James? Sweet. Cold. and then we're going to go and watch the show in the club, so that'll be interesting.
She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.
I think we're going to leave things there, and in next week's video it's our last sea day, and I'm sure you know that the second sea day compared to the first one is so much more lively as everyone's settled into sea life. We're going to sit down and share with you the things that we really loved and the things that we didn't love so much about the Celebrity Apex and this tour, and we're going to show you the disembarkation process as well. So we will see you next week as we head out on the road again.